Hey guys, Vick here, back with another review. Today we are looking at this, the Livepor 60 from Yosta. Yosta. There we go, there's the packaging. We will go down low shortly and I'll show you that. What is it? It's a 60 watt mod that comes with TC for titanium, nickel and stainless steel. It also has a mech mode if you would like to use that. It has a built-in 1500 mAh LiPo that you cannot remove and you have to charge via the USB, and it also comes with now it comes with this tank. Now this tank has got a silly name, hold on, IGVIT2 tank, which is a 2.5mm capacity sub-ohm clearomizer, has top fill, comes with a ceramic head, and comes with a Canthol 0.8 head as well, which is what I have in now. A range of colours available. Let's have a look: blue, white, black and red, and I've got the red one here. Now the mod is tiny. It's about 10 centimeters tall, just a tiny fraction bigger than an 18650. Almost exactly the same size as an 18650 battery. Very small indeed. Very small if you compare it to something like the VTC Mini from Joytech. I mean, it's absolutely tiny with that built-in LiPo battery. So without further ado, we will go down low. I'll show you this up close, then we'll come back up top and vape it some more and have a little chat. See you in a bit. Okay guys, here we are up close with the Livepor 60 VTC Mini from Yosta. This is the packaging. Feel free to pause there if you want to have a little browse of that. As you can see, they've changed the coils that come with the box, so you may see other reviews where the reviewers are using different coil heads, but this is what I've got in mind, so worth double checking on the vendor website if you go to buy one. This is the mod and tank. We'll just park that to one side and look inside here. You will see a manual, charging cable and a coil head. You get a spare glass tank as well for that sub tank. This is the let me double check, this is the 0.5 ceramic head. That's that one there. All good. So that's that. Coming back to the mod and tank, I'll show you the tank first. Screw it off the old spring-loaded 510 there. This is the tank. It's got a silly name, IGVIT2 tank. 2.5mm capacity. Mine's coloured to match the mod, so depending on what kit you get as to what tank you get. And if you unscrew this, unfortunately you can't use your own drip tips, but if you unscrew that, you've got your top filling there. Screw that back on like that. Drip tip, it just looks like it'll come off. The drip tip there, but that's the drip tip situation, so it's quite a unique design, so I don't know what else you're going to have that's going to fit that. The airflow is here, bosh like that, and there's 4 holes going around for that, so a very open airflow should you desire it. Not very protruding positive pin situation, so I wouldn't recommend sticking this on a mech or a hybrided mech or anything like that. This is, you know, really designed for this mod. So that's the tank. Yeah, that's the tank. Not a huge fan of that. We'll talk about that up top. Just let's move to the mod. So what we've got here is a spring-loaded 510, 22mm surround here, perfectly flush for your 22mm atomizers. You've got your fire button, you've got your minus and plus buttons, and you've got your charging port there, 1500 mAh LiPo. And this is looking around it. You've got your venting there, you've got Yosta there, you've got Livepor 60. I do like the look of this mod. If I had to criticise the looks, maybe if there was a way you could get away without that face plate with the name on, I think it looks better like on this side. I think it looks quite cool. Might just be me. So screwing this on. And bear in mind when you're watching this, this is a very, very small mod indeed. So there's our screen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, brings you into the mod. We are dealing with a new atomizer right now. So that's the first thing it asks you if you put on a new tank. So there we go, we've got your wattage, battery level, you've got your atomizer which is locked, the resistance is locked on that. It does have anti-lock capability, and you've got your volts at the bottom there. If you were to go 1, 2, 3, you go into the modes. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll pick that mode. I'll go and get the old test TC tank, and we'll slide this in, and that'll change everything. So let's just screw this I sub V with a nickel coil in. This tends to be what I use for testing TC mode, and I've got to say the TC is excellent on this mod. So it's detected a new one plus, so we're now at this new resistance, and if we go 1, 2, 3, get out of wattage mode, we'll go into, well, these are all your options here. You've got ATI unlock, mech mode, wattage mode, temperature nickel, temperature titanium, temperature stainless steel, and back round again. So if we go for temperature nickel, 450, is that what it's saying? 450 Fahrenheit and 27 watts there. Now it's in 27 watts because that is the wattage that was set in wattage mode. So if you want to change the wattage there, just go back to wattage mode, adjust the wattage, and then come back into nickel mode, and that's how you do that. But it does have, as you can see, TC. Turning it off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are back off again. So nice easy menu, nice and easy to navigate, and there we go. So that's the mod. I'll put it back together how it's meant to be for one last look, and then we'll go back up top. Screwing this back on, nice and easy, no problem with the threading, build quality, anything like that. And there we go, that is the Yosta 60 Mini. See you up top. Okay guys, that was the Livepor 60 kit up close from Yosta. I'll tell you what, I've got it now in with the I sub V with a nickel coil in. The temperature control on here is excellent. It's got anti-lock, you can adjust the wattage in temperature mode, which a lot of these little cheap mods can't, and it genuinely works very well in temperature mode. Very, very well indeed. I think anti-lock is a really nice addition to this mod. So yeah, working an absolute treat in TC. If I take this off, I'll show you what I've really been using this with. And I hope you'll agree, I think it looks quite natty like this. I've been using the Serpent Mini with a nice red drip tip, and I think that looks good like that. How's about that? I think that looks really cool. Very small, very pocket friendly, out and about vape. I've got to tell it it's a new coil. New coil, 1, 2, 3, wattage mode, bosh. Turn it down a tiny bit. And we are with the Serpent Mini now. How do you like them apples? I think that's much, that's a nice little setup that. As with a lot of these cheap kits, I'm not a fan of the sub-tank that comes with. It has everything it should have, you know, it has top fill, it has big airflow, adjustable, all that stuff, but I find the flavour very muted. It's been a tiny bit leaky, to be honest as well. I'm just, these sub-tanks, I mean, you get them as part of the kit, you get in it for the mod, use the sub-tank a little bit, maybe wear out the coils, and then move on to the atomizer of choice, you know, a better atomizer for your vaping style, which is what I have done, and really, really liking it with this Serpent Mini on. I genuinely think it's a very nice looker. So, really, I genuinely think it's really good looking. That's my first positive there. It's very affordable. It's around $40, around 38 quid, 35 quid, depending on where you look. I'll put a link in the description direct to the Yosta website, yostatech.com. It'll have the full spec and stuff of all this, and you can check it out. So yeah, so the TC works really well. I really like that it's got anti-lock. I think mech mode's a nice touch, all that sort of stuff. The Livepor battery seems to be handling itself well. You need to charge it via USB. Some people consider it a negative that it doesn't have a removable battery. Totally get that. That's a subjective one. I'm happy to charge it through the USB with something like this. I will say it gets quite warm when you charge it. I wouldn't recommend vaping it while charging it. And if you're really chaining it with this, the actual mod gets quite warm as well. It does have venting and stuff. It hasn't misbehaved at all. I've just noticed in using it that can get a bit warm, but something to bear in mind. 22mm atties and less. Anything bigger than that and it just won't look flush, but you'd expect that on such a small natty little mod. So a rock solid mod really. Don't think much of the tank. It is what it is, you know. I just think its flavour's not great and it's a tiny bit leaky, but the actual mod I'm really enjoying. Easy to use navigation, fires the way it should, tiny bit pulsy. Occasionally you can feel that pulse. I think it's on quite a high frequency, but occasionally you just feel that little dip in the power curve. Again, you would expect that with a mod this small, I'm afraid. Just the way it is, you know, it has to be a very small board to go in this mod. Screen's fine, I think it looks fine, nice and cheap, really light and portable, yet feels really well made and rock solid. Genuinely enjoying the mod, don't think much of the tank, and that's where I stand on this one. I've been Vaping Vic, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.